We're back, Frank.
We're back. Hey, what's happening?
It's Frank Crate time. We're going to start with the beer of the month that this month Frank picked out.
Right. It's the Kona Brewing.
Show him, Frank. Visual. He's got a beer in his hand, so it's tough.
It's the Kona Brewing Variety Pack, the Island Hopper. And for me, I mean, everybody likes something different.
What do you got here? You got an IPA, Castaway, Longboard, Big Wave, Golden Ale, and
a lager.
A Fire Rock.
So you can actually drink every one of them.
So no grapefruit
no
beer in there?
Fruit salad.
We have oranges that I got at the swap meet because there's nothing else there. So I figured we'll do some oranges.
Yeah, Patrick's dying. He's complaining that this swap meet isn't any good anymore, but he doesn't realize that he's the guy that bought every video game in existence. So that's why there's nothing left.
Well, this one's spoiled, but the rest of these are good. It was like a 7-pound bag of Miniolas for
They look like Tangelos. Yeah, they look good.
What are they? They're not Miniolas, what are they called?
Tangelos, maybe, like a cross between an orange and a tangerine. So
that's
where are we at here?
That's where I'm at.
You want to look at this one
first?
first?
I'll give you some of this stuff in a second. Someone sent 3 postcards. They're exactly the same. John Carling, who I believe sent us sketches before.
This guy is a very, very good artist. He reminds me of the PBS mystery show. They would have a promo, like animated promo.
People falling and getting murdered.
Yeah, and his art is similar to this. Not to say that he's copying or anything. I don't mean that. But it's very, very good. And he sent me other stuff before, which
so we have 3 the same.
You cannot thank someone enough for doing something, you know, that's part of them, their own time. He didn't have to do one for me.
It's like a woman with a peacock.
Probably has a girlfriend. Why he's sending me these, I don't know. But I'm very appreciative
3 of them.
Of anyone's personal, thing that art or that they send.
Google John Carling, C-A-R-L-I-N-G. Art, maybe something.
Yeah, maybe he can, make a living at it.
All right, it's the cake of the month.
Oh, cake of the month. This guy, Patrick's the funniest guy ever.
But it's a swerve because it's mini cannolis. So Vaughn's had mini cannolis as Frank waves off screen to someone who's here. That people are going to comment, who's that person in the background? So we have mini cannolis here.
You're not cool enough to see.
This is from, I'm going to open this one for you, from Bradley from Sheboygan, Wisconsin.
Right.
But look, he actually drew Frank on the back of the envelope. Do the comparison, Frank.
Here.
Look this way. Yeah. Look that way.
With a serious look. And, it's more like, it looks more like Geppetto Shoemaker Frank, but it is pretty good.
From Pinocchio?
What we
got in there? We got whoa, that's a giant, no! I'm jealous of that.
I would have to be, this has to be the biggest pin ever.
It's a giant Ninja Turtle pin, but there's a back on it. If you want to display it like on a desk.
Right, it has a little stand.
This is vintage, Frank. This is fantastic. This is like a 6-inch pin?
And this is from Brad Palm. Button Crate. Hey, Pat and Frank. You're supposed to say Frank and Pat. No, I'm kidding. I'm an aging hipster from the Midwest, and I love all the content that Pat uploads. And when I grow up, I want to be Frank. Yeah, well, take a couple of business courses, too. Here are some buttons I've accumulated over the years. Enjoy, Brad. Thank you so much. Thank you.
We have a Rebel Alliance symbol from
okay,
Star
I wouldn't
Wars.
have known that.
You wouldn't have known that, really?
No. This is nice, like waves.
A little closer, Frank. There you go. It's not auto-adjusting well. Miscast, which looks like a band of some sort there. If you can see that. And this is my favorite one because it was I Was a Ziggy Piggy. Remember that from Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure?
I never watched that. It seems stupid to me.
All right, I'll keep your commentary yourself. I'm explaining the pin, Frank. They take Napoleon, the kids, to like there's ice cream place, and they get the Ziggy Piggy, which is like a 5-pound tub of ice cream, and Napoleon eats all of it. That's what Ziggy Piggy is. This is from the Netherlands.
Wow.
Do the honors, right?
Netherlands, and it looks like a CD, which of course I'm still into.
Which stands for compact disc for the kids out there.
And it's Jackson C. Frank, Blues Run the Game.
Huh.
I'm not familiar with him.
It's like a double album. There's 2 discs on that. Wow. There's 43 tracks on
And
that.
maybe he's a blues guy because I think
blue,
you guys
so.
know that I love the blues. I'm not familiar with him, but I will listen to this. A double disc. Always appreciate a CD. Come on, give it a listen, and then next month I'll report back.
There's no note. We don't know who it's from, but thank you, whoever's in the Netherlands. I'm going to be in Norway in May, actually. Not a hop, skip, and a jump, right?
Okay.
The
Life and Death of Superman, and it's an actual book, not a comic book.
Show them the cover. So that was the run in the, 94 was it? 93, where Superman faces Doomsday.
Right.
Over like
Man
8
is still
issues, gets killed, and then he comes back.
And it's
it's 92. Okay.
Yeah, and it's a book version of the comic book story, which actually is a pretty interesting idea. Thank you. And where's Roland hail from?
We don't know, but it comes from
good.
It comes from an Amazon store called the Book Barn.
Okay,
So
thank you.
We got some more
stuff.
More. Give me more.
All right. This is a 8-track.
Actually, I think you sliced this open with your knife, Frank.
Yeah, I sort of. Well, I was trying to make
All right, I'll read it.
Okay, this is amazing. This is an 8-track, and even I don't have an 8-track player anymore. This is really old.
You see what the swap is.
And it's the Close Encounters soundtrack on 8-track.
Wow.
So this is cool. Just on the face of it.
We gotta get you a player.
This is crazy.
Do you want a player? I see what the swap meet every now
I
and
used
then.
to have 8-tracks even into the 80s. Do you
guys want to explain what an 8-track? Just explain real quickly.
Well, it was
it's like a cassette.
The first mobile player, like a tape that you could, they had 8-tracks in your car, where before that it was just vinyl. That's all you had, or reel-to-reel, which is
but you could
cumbersome.
Different tracks, right?
Yeah, there were 4 tracks usually, and you could go to one track or another. And they made all the albums we were listening to into 8-tracks, so you could bring them in the car, and it was great. And people had 8-track players in their houses too. The problem with them was, as you played them, you were destroying it like a cassette.
Like an audio cassette. But it also looks like they had to divide the time evenly.
And that was
tracks.
the problem with it, was divided the time equally with the tracks. So you'd be hearing a tune on track 1, and it would shift to track 2, and it'd be really clunky shift, and then it would pick up.
In the middle of the song?
Yeah,
really?
it was very weird.
They couldn't space it out? They couldn't figure it out?
It was kind of dumb.
And this,
let me read this.
You want to read
that?
I'll
You read
it.
it.
It's resting me too. I can do it. Hello, Pat, Frank, and Ian. This gift is for Frank. Well, hope the Iron Butterfly had some play in your road trip in your old van. Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I hope this 8-track makes another road trip in your van if you have an 8-track player. Smiley
No,
face.
I have a cassette player in the van, actually.
Ha ha. Just keeping the jams old school. Cheers. Hector Linko. Hector. Well, thanks,
Thank
Hector.
you. Thanks for the thought, though.
We'll get you
I
an
do
8-track
have a cassette player in the van, and we do listen to old stuff, because you can go to the swap meet, and the cassettes are like 20 cents.
Yeah, if people even have
So before a road trip, you buy some, and it's fun.
Right.
Okay, this is...
Want me to read it?
Okay, this is... Oh, listen to this badge, and it looks like, it's John Lennon.
You got like 8 things. Take them out. You got
This is all John Lennon and the Beatles, which of course I love.
This is from Matthew. I'll read it. Dear Frank, thanks for being such a cool guy, and I hope you'll enjoy these gifts to you. I previously sent you the giant book on music with the pictures in the Twilight Zone book last month. Remember the Twilight Zone book?
Yes, very cool, and I've been leafing through
Matthew,
it. I know.
Come on, we got to get you a beer if you ever come down.
The interesting thing about the Twilight Zone book is that the stories are are what the authors actually wrote, and are slightly different than the show on the television, which of course adds to it, because then it's completely new.
There's something in here that will go along with that book nicely, I think, because if you're going to read about the Twilight Zone, you might as well have the show to watch as well. There are a lot of DVDs I've included, and I hope you don't have any of them already. I've also included some jazz CDs. There might be one missing in the case, but that's the way they came when I bought them originally. Lastly, I've included some Beatles pins. Show
Yes,
Frank.
okay, well, you're reading. This is John Lennon saying, listen to this badge.
Because I know how much you like your pins.
And then this is the Beatles. This is a classic Beatle.
Listen. The big John Lennon one is a vintage pin from a campaign in the 70s to promote his album Walls and Bridges.
All right.
Which one is that?
Listen to this badge.
Oh, that's vintage, Frank. Look at that.
And then we have Lennon. We have the Beatles when they were originally with the tie. This is what people thought was outrageous in the 60s. They still are wearing ties and they have really short hair, but it was crazy. So they were, and you got a lot of pins of Lennon in his different eras.
I'm very big into music and I've been to many great concerts. You'll have to tell me what some of your favorite shows have been.
What? Concerts?
Yeah.
Okay, one time, sitting in a hangout spot, a guy comes in, couldn't go to a show, sells us tickets. We ended up seeing Johnny Winter, Chicago, and Blodwyn Pig, which was amazing. And I also got to see Chuck, what was it? The Who, Chuck Berry, and Albert King, who's a blues guy. That was an amazing show also. So those were two really good shows.
Here's the...
These are... Oh, Art Tatum, who's a very famous blues jazz guy, and it's like 4 discs. It's 8 discs. Oh well, yeah.
This is Life. This was BBC Earth. If you've ever seen these are great. These are really cool. It's all about nature and animals. And this is a big set. Wow. 4 DVD set, Frank, of that.
And the Big Boss, I think they were more like a newer jazz, if I'm not mistaken. I might be way off here. It's a DVD, which is great. And Fist of Fury. Oh, these are DVDs.
That's Bruce Lee, Frank. Those are all Bruce Lee.
Oh, these are Bruce Lee. These aren't
Way of the Dragon. Way of the Dragon.
Okay, these are...
Game of Death. These are Bruce Lee's 5 movies that he had. Fist of Fury. Everything but no Enter the Dragon, but we can get that one.
Oh God, this is amazing.
The Twilight Zone sets.
This is the definitive collection here of the Twilight Zone. Season 2.
Oh, nice, because you don't think you have any season 2s.
This is crazy.
I think you have some season 1s, don't you?
Yeah, so do we tell it what it is? Oh, well, that explains what's on what.
He has the covers here for it.
Yeah, and I'll know every episode. Oh, that's my favorite.
Well, first, back there, The Whole Truth, Odyssey of Flight 33, which we love.
The Howling Man's one of my favorites, which was also in the book. And this is what I'm talking about. The Howling Man
Night of Time
in the book is a slightly different version of what's on the screen, which is great because then you could read the book and see it.
Eye of the Beholder.
That's a good one.
Nick of Time with William Shatner, where they're in the fortune telling machine.
Yeah. Oh God, this is great.
All right.
So who's this guy?
This is Matthew.
Matthew.
And he has some notes about me. Sorry I couldn't find anything gaming related, but maybe next time. Well, that's okay. Thanks for
Wow,
doing
unbelievable.
All right, let's keep going.
That's too much.
We're gonna run out of tape here. I didn't think we'd get this close to running out of tape. Josh from Frank is gonna move the box.
Okay.
Maryland, is that MD or MO?
MD is Maryland.
Is that MD or MO?
Oh, MO is Missouri. That's Missouri.
Missouri. All right. What do we got here?
Okay. So this is like 3 of my favorite things in the world. It's bird watching in the Pacific Northwest. Bird watching's always great.
This is a video game, Frank.
Oh.
BS4. Why does it say BS4?
Oh, I thought it was a
bird watch. It's a bird watching video game.
Okay, that is too weird. A comic book, which I love, and a comic book story of beer, which you know I love beer.
It's the Thing when he had his Soul series in the 80s.
Yeah, and beer, you know I love beer, and a beer soap.
Oh, beer soap. We got one like 4 or 5 months ago.
Yeah, from some woman in Australia. I got beer shampoo.
What system is this for? It says BS4 instead of PS4. Oh, this is not. It's actually a Bill Burr comedy DVD inside. This was just a sleeve first. It's actually a comedy CD.
Oh, okay. I don't know him, but
Bill
that's
Burr's very
okay.
funny.
Okay.
Oh, I thought it was actually a bird watching game.
Which is unbelievable, but true. Oh, and then a pack of verses. These are playing cards for a game, which is good.
Oh, they're just regular playing cards.
Yeah.
deck of cards, but they're marble guys. So you have Dr. Octopus on the 8 right there. That's pretty cool.
Oh, and Thor and blah, blah, blah.
Thank you very much. This is our last one?
Yeah, okay. Greetings from a drunken nerd painter. Wow.
Okay.
My kind of guy. I've been a big fan of yours, Pat, for a few years, and Frank's too. So I figured I'd do a painting of you guys.
Hope you enjoy.
Hope you enjoy it without sounding too much like I'm trying to get a free promotion. No, that's what people have explained to me this whole thing is about.
Really? Who said that
It's
to
just
you?
about everybody.
I should be charging that.
And it's about promoting yourself, so it's good. And any of you artists, I'm down with all of you because I know it's very hard to get any kind of notice, so this is the way to go.
All right.
Okay, for my channel, but by the time you receive this, I should have a video of me painting it on my channel, John's Nerd Rage. So I want everybody to check that out.
Okay.
If the Drunken Painter Nerd selection.
No.
In the Drunken Nerd Painters section.
Thank God.
Once again, thanks for all the great content over the years, John Mills.
Oh, thank you,
So
John.
let's see the painting.
Drum roll. I thought this was like a...
Where's the knife?
I don't want you to put a knife to this, Frank. No, you don't. I don't want you to
No,
touch this with a knife unless you're really careful.
Yeah, well, it's a big piece of cardboard. I'm not going to go through the
There we go.
cardboard. Wow, a real canvas.
That's careful, Frank.
Really? And...
Oh!
Yes!
Oh my God, we have to. I think censor this painting though.
No,
there's some nipples on it.
And he does what Patrick has been unable to do, is get a couple of girls in the shot.
What? So it's me with my wacky hair, with the sword, and Frank with his even wackier hair with the battle axe. And let's just say two lovely women, one with red hair and blue hair, sort of lounging in the nude.
So, John, thanks for the hint for Patrick. Maybe you can help me out a little.
With a nice mountain in the background. So that's really interesting, John.
So
I don't know if this is a fantasy of yours or if this is like a video idea you want us to see. But I hope YouTube doesn't take this video down. But then again, if I had a dominatrix spank me in the video, I guess I'm okay. And there's a treasure chest in the background. So thank you very much. And my shirt has a controller on it. So, and Frank's going somewhere. Well, I don't know why Frank's leaving.
Ow!
You're right.
I hit my foot.
So you get going up in the middle of the shot.
Well, that's okay. It's sort of our own show. We can do what we want.
Oh, I see how it is. A lot of artists this week.
Yes, and I appreciate all of it because I know you actually took the time.
That's insane.
Thinking about me for whatever reason, so I totally appreciate it.
This one's a little less enthused than the redhead, the blue head. She's like, "Mwah."
Well, maybe she's, okay.
Anyway, if you want to give something, see us unwrap it on the next, unbox it on the next Frank Crate, the address is Frank Crate, care of Pat Contri, P.O. Box 7695, San Diego, California, 92167. We're going to go have some pizza in a bit. It's on the way for delivery on this Friday night. And thanks again for giving all stuff, Frank.
Yeah, thank you so much. I really don't know how to thank you guys. It's overwhelming. Okay,
John,
see ya.
John, this is insane. But thank you very much.